Hello and welcome to Narb Makes. I've always wanted a custom board gaming table, so what better time to build one than at the present? I drew inspiration from the Wood Whisperers build, but came up with a set of plans that I knew I could build myself. The table features a removable top, revealing a gaming surface underneath, where you can play board games, Warhammer, Tabletop RPGs, and more. I'm not the best woodworker, and I don't own fancy tools like a planer or a joiner. I wanted to be able to cut everything on my miter saw and table saw. The middle leg you see here ended up being a bit too overbuilt, so I ended up removing it from the final design. That's pretty much all the cuts, so on to sanding. Lots of sanding. The top of the table needs to have a rabbet cut into it to allow the top leaf to go in, so I'm cutting that out on the table saw. With all the pieces cut and sanded, time to assemble. I'll be putting it together on location in my future games room. So much sawdust. This is my first time using pocket hole joinery, so please leave a comment down below on all the ways I messed up. I think I should be using clamps maybe? It ended up being pretty sturdy, so couldn't have messed up that badly. Gave the bottom part of the legs a cover with some latex matte paint. This one's called a Deep Forest Brown, but it has more of a dark purple tinge. I like it. With the legs done, I started assembling the tabletop itself. These strips are what are going to make up the gap for the channel that allows the tray table attachments. More on that later. Once the tabletop assembly is finished, it's going to be held in place to the bottom frame with a couple of long wood screws. Here I put a bead of glue between the 2x6 box and the plywood, and I clamped the whole thing down overnight to cure. Covering up the sides with MDF trim boards gives the table a very modern look. It saves me the need to finish any boards myself. Just some miter cuts and you're done. The idea here is to get the exact width for the rail I'm going to use for my attachment trays. So keeping that piece in place while I nail my trim in gives the perfect spacing. You can pick this rail up at the hardware store. It's used for tile edging. So that would go in like that, and you attach a rail with some glue there. You can slot it in and out. As I said, I suck at woodworking, so wood filler. For the top, I used some white semi-gloss paint. And then the interior will be the same color as the legs, a dark forest brown. I hope you enjoyed the build as much as I did making it. Like and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more awesome stuff in the future.